Hello and welcome to Big Red Journeys. I'm your host Big Red, and on today's journey, we're back here at SeaWorld San Diego, where we're going to do something a little bit different. I've been asked by some of the viewers to do kind of like park updates, see how the crowds are doing, what's new, and just give an overall park update for here at SeaWorld San Diego. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to walk around the park, check out the wait time, see the crowd, how's it doing, what's new, what's under construction, and just give you a quick update of SeaWorld San Diego. So if you care to follow along with me on the journey, let's go. Well, let us start off on this update video with one of the most obvious new additions to the park, and that is of the new front entrance. And my goodness, how I do not like it. We'll talk about it a little bit further, but you can already see there's a little hint of the removal of the seawall, the wave wall. This is just too sterile. This is just too basic. I mean, I know they're going with like the beach facade, like these are supposed to kind of look like lifeguard towers, or like the, you know, beach with the colors and the sand and water, but I can't fall in love with it. I'm assuming there's still work to be done, because based upon the concept art, I know there's supposed to be more decorations, like more rock wall and decoration plants and more, you know, energy on the sides. There's pretty much nothing over on that side. The only thing I will say is I do like the colors and the wavy textures underneath. Like, you know, it goes from dark blue to light blue, like that of the waves. They do have the dedicated Platinum Pass member entrance. Obviously not fully operational at this moment, but as you can see, they're going to have some sort of like placard, you know, some sort of barricade right over here. So my guess is going to be that it's going to be very self-service. Scan your pass right here or your phone. It's going to say yes or no, and then literally these doors are just going to open for you. Kind of like in like a trolley, right? Like the subway. That would be my guess. Well, this is going to be something new I'm going to try for the channel. A lot of you have requested kind of like park updates for some of the various theme parks I go to, including SeaWorld, which is why we're here today. We're here at you on Saturday, April 27th. This is going to be a good kind of like forecast to see how the crowds are measuring up right now, what's new within the park, structural, construction updates, food updates, entertainment updates, anything that just happens to be new or currently going on. And of course, I'm also going to tell you some events that are going to be happening very shortly in the next coming months. So we're going to take a walk around here, show you some of the wait times of the rides and attractions, gauge the crowd levels, and just, like I said, have a good old time as we walk around the park. Starting with some of the kiddie rides here, we got the Octo Rock, got the Sea Dragon Drop. They look like they have about a 5 to 10 minute wait on them at the moment. Now the lines, unfortunately, for this area of the park is very, very deceiving, because the apps may tell you a certain wait time, but truth be told, the loads are never accurate. Like right now for the swings, I would probably say that's probably close to about 25 minutes. Jewels of the Sea, the Jellyfish Experience, that's going to be coming up here very soon. No projected completion date as of yet, it just says coming in 2024. They even have some concept art of what the experience is going to look like. So you can see lots of moon jelly, sea nettles. Oh, are those fried egg jellyfish? Can't tell for sure. But this is pretty cool. I actually saw this when I went to the Seattle aquarium one time. They had this like loop that they would actually have the jellyfishes go in this big loop around you and change color. It was actually pretty cool. I'm going to put some footage of it from my experience there in Seattle. But I'm glad they're at least putting something in this area, because to be honest, except for these 10-foot, 12-foot tall jellyfish, there's really nothing in here but a park that, in my opinion, is just a waste of space ever since they took down the submarine ride. Let's go check out the area where the Explorers Cafe is, because I heard this particular portion, which always was a gift shop, got turned into kind of like a museum and a celebration of the 60 years of SeaWorld, which of course is its own event happening on right now as well too. But before we get more into that, let's check out some of this museum here. 1963, opening day of 64. You got some things like original tickets here. You see, it's so cool when they used to have things like these little jets, the water skier acrobatics going on there. So you got the hydrofoil, you got the sky ride, you got the Great Tower, Shipwreck Rapids. Wow, so apparently there really wasn't much when it came to rides for like 30 years. Wow, I didn't know that. The original Atlantis, when the colors were nice. Journey to Atlantis, first ride, April 22nd, 2004. Jumping up to the 90s. I didn't know SeaWorld had its own blimp at one point. 2012, we got the additions of some of the thrill rides. There's Manta, Electric Eel in 2018. The great edition of Emperor 2022. And the most recent, Arctic Rescue 2023. Oh, my childhood. I remember riding along in one of those things. I think they had a dolphin one and a Shamu one, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're talking all about JJ right here. Some newspaper clippings, some photos. When did this happen? This happened like late 90s. I remember this as a child when it happened. 97. So yeah, JJ the Gray Whale in 97. She used to be here. You could go visit. Fools with Tools. That was such a great show. Back when sea lion shows were hilarious, unlike the unfortunate, terrible show that it is today. The more you know. Oh, the old Mission Bay Theater, for those who don't remember, used to be a fountain show just like this. Oh, I know what that is. That was the little push cart that Opie Otter would push in the sea lion show, and they would have the little baby right there, and then the car would eventually fall in the water and all that. That's what it was. So cute. Also, I'm pretty sure at some point I had that coloring book. Very certain I did. Of course, for the 60th anniversary, they have a bevy of merchandise. So let's take a look at some of the highlights, I think. Starting with one that really just caught my eye from the get-go. Look at this jacket. Now, you can see me wearing one of these, don't you? Got this. So they definitely went with this like oil slick, which I kind of find ironic. SeaWorld, oil, nature, trying to rescue animals. But it's cool with this metallic-y Xenon girl of the 21st century look to it. I like it. This jacket goes for $57.99. So here is a wonderful tie-dye shirt with the original SeaWorld logo. This one goes for $34.99. Like old school plays. These are, these like how souvenirs used to be back in the 60s. This one goes for $14.99. Coaster's nifty. $14.99 for that ceramic coaster. And a large hot plate where you can put some hot items on top of it. $24.99 for this one. So this is the traditional jersey, 60 years of SeaWorld. It is an authentic Spirit jersey from the brand. Oh, that's nice. With the silver metallic on the back, SeaWorld. A little whale tail in the back. This one goes for $84.99. And here's that baseball jersey I was talking about. It's pretty cool. It's heavyweight too. It's not real baseball material. It's 100% polyester. It's actually got some good weight to it. Got the tag, original SeaWorld logo. This one goes for $79.99. And here is the other Spirit jersey that I saw. So this one has the old Fish SeaWorld logo on the chest. Has a little bit of a glitter as well to the fabric. And on the backside has the original SeaWorld logo. And this one is going for $79.99. Well, they also have some specialty plushes for the 60th. So they're priced at $39.99. So they have a penguin, a sea lion, a beluga, a shark, a dolphin, and an orca. But if you notice, if you get up close, it has silver sparkling inside the felt. So that's what makes the 60th anniversary. Also has, of course, the 60th anniversary tag as well. Oh, and the 60th anniversary butt patch. SeaWorld is getting into the Corksicle game as well too. They got this one. I really like this like aqua blue color. It's got the original SeaWorld 60th anniversary logo. This one goes for $44.99. They also have a Corksicle enclosed version that's even more metallic-y. It's like a mother of pearl, smaller logo, and this one goes for $39.99. This is probably the item that I think most people are probably going to want. A special lounge fly for the 60th anniversary. Again, with that oil slick material, oil slick as well on the Loungefly logo that says SeaWorld, and this rainbowy metallic-y look of the SeaWorld logo. And it only goes for $79.99. For $175, you can get the Precious Moment, designed by Hiko Maeda, a Japanese artist for precious moments. But look at how cool this is. Two little ones there. Got the sea lion, the orca, the dolphin. $175. And as SeaWorld usually tends to do, they have a scavenger hunt going on as well too. For $15, you can go throughout the park. There's some icons for the 60th anniversary throughout the park here. And it's not too bad. I did find out that the prizes for it is your choice of the Clyde and Seymour stuffed plushies, which I think is pretty good because they retail for like $30 on their own. For the 60th anniversary of SeaWorld, which is running till the end of the year, December 31st, not only are you going to have the new Jellyfish Attraction here in San Diego, the specialty merchandise that we just went through, but there's going to be some things such as a new character performance show that's going to be happening. That's actually Shamu and crew back together again, excuse me. And from what I understand, I have a feeling it's based upon the reactions that SeaWorld's been getting with the recent Opie Otter shows that they've had during Halloween, the summertime, and Christmas time, I have a feeling that a lot of people, including myself, we prefer seeing the retro characters of our childhood, right? The things like Sir Winston Walrus and Dolly, the Coral the Dolphin, and Pete and Penny Penguin and all those. We want to see them again. Outside of that, you're also going to have a new character parade, which is going to be happening. That's something that SeaWorld's been doing seasonally for every one of the big seasonal events, Christmas time, Halloween, whatnot. So my guess is they're going to have the same floats, but re-themed, re-choreographed, different music to celebrate the 60th anniversary. So again, looking forward to that as well. First big roller coaster that we're going to be passing by is Electric Eel, which stands right now at a 70-minute wait. Yeah, nope, I see it right there. If you look past, the queue is wrapping around over that way. I would say that it's definitely, oh no, it dropped down to a 50-minute. Okay, so it dropped down a little bit. But remember, Electric Eel is a slow loader because it's only one train. And it is a relatively quick ride because all they do is do once back, once forward, and then back up around, do the little barrel roll, back around on the loop, and it's done. So it's pretty much over the minute you sit down. But it is a slow loader, 50 minutes. Atlantis just recently opened a few weeks back. It did get a little bit of a touch up on paint in some areas. So walking by, the wait time right now is at a 45 minutes. And that's at about 3:30 in the afternoon. So there's still some warmth in the day, but it's starting to wane down. I'm sure a couple hours ago this would have been even busier. I hear some screaming, so we're definitely getting close to Emperor. Okay. Let's see what the wait is right now for this. 55 minutes according to the sign. Not completely terrible, but definitely busier than I want to be waiting for it. But while we're here in the Arctic Rescue area, let's check out to see how long the wait is right now. And I can already see that it's going to be lengthy because the queue out here is pretty long right now. So you can see it's already overlapping at least several times through. And yep, according to the wait time, it is 75 minutes, and I truly believe that. For those that don't know, they've turned this area to Season's gift shop. So it's the little store where Rudolph and friends would meet as well too. But they used to have like holiday merchandise. This is pretty much turned into the clearance merchandise. And again, it's located behind at the exit of Penguin Encounter and in the back left corner right across the way from Arctic Rescue and Wild Arctic. Walking our way over to the other side of the park, I am reminded of another event that's going to be coming up, most likely during Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be that of the Summer Spectacular, or Splashtacular as I like to call it. The reason I got to remember is because of all these fish. These used to be part of the summer only program because they would have lights and disco balls and whatnot. Now they've kept these fishes up here all year round. But anyways, Summer Spectacular, that's the summer long event. Specialty foods, specialty shows, parades, characters and whatnot are going to be there. Nothing has been announced so far by SeaWorld on their website, but of course once I hear something I will certainly announce it, as well as I will be there for opening weekend. Calypso Bay Smokehouse looks like they're under some construction going on right now. There's a scissor lift. Let's get a little bit closer. It doesn't look like there's too much work being done. I still see a lot of the counter work, soda machines. The outside doesn't look too much different, to be honest with you. So I have a feeling just some basic maintenance and just for, oh, I do see some paint. Never mind, there's some paint, fresh paint. That door just got freshly painted. So they're probably just going to do some touch up, some weathering, getting it beautiful for the summer season again, which is happening in just a few weeks. They're doing a lot more of this self-service checkout. So they got cameras that they've been installing around here, and then you got the self-checkout where you place your items on the tray right there, and then the computer screen brings up your transaction accordingly. So I've been seeing a lot more of this being implemented into SeaWorld parks in certain areas. Again, probably cost cutting, getting less employees needed here to work it. Nothing currently going on at the Mission Bay Theater. But then again, I'm probably most likely going to have that show that I mentioned earlier about Shamu and crew together again. Will most likely be performing in the Mission Bay Theater if I had to guess for the Summer Spectacular. The little Dippin' Dot structure is still closed. That's the one that's just right outside the exit of Mission Bay Theater. I haven't seen anything really come in there except for a recent food festival. But I don't know, I've been hearing things about it. It may come back again, more into a cafe, maybe back into ice cream, but I don't see much happening on the inside. Right now I just see a bunch of storage boxes. Next up on the rides, Bayside Sky Ride. Currently says a wait time of 30 minutes. Now let's see here. Now, of course, this ride is one that is not included with admission unless you are a pass holder. It is $6 for, oh, it is definitely not a 30-minute wait. That's 5 minutes at the most. So somebody has not been updating the sign adequately. Which brings up a very valid point. When it comes to the wait times at SeaWorld, I personally have experienced the fact that the SeaWorld wait times are pretty much guesses, to be honest with you. They're never really accurate. They're never really updated accordingly. They don't do the same system like Disneyland and other theme parks do with like the times of the cards and all that. So they're never very accurate. So I've actually heard that an employee just kind of gauge it and be like, yeah, that looks like about 20 minutes right there. That looks like 40. So always take their wait times with a big grain of salt. Made it over here to the waterfront. This is, of course, a nice little area to lounge in. They usually have beers here. Right now they actually have a new DJ setup over here. I don't know if this is just for the Seven Seas Festival or this may be a permanent solution. But of course you also have the food and beer truck that's over there. But the reason we came over here is actually for this area near the waterfront. I don't know if you may remember in previous videos, there used to be some cabanas here that people could rent. SeaWorld tried to do an experiment. These cabanas were actually pretty pricey. There was, I think, like 3 or 4 of them, and you would get catering service, you know, where they would come up and help you, wait on you. You get a fire pit, and it was yours for the whole day. Great, but I know it was like $400 or $500. They were pretty pricey. Maybe not that high, but they were really, really pricey. And as you can see, they're gone within a few months. So I have a feeling the experiment was a failure. Some of the areas of SeaWorld have been less populous than others. Take, for example, the back left west corner, which is behind Shipwreck Rapids and where the big Bay Amphitheater is. It's not a lot of people are walking by. Granted, there's also not a lot going on in this area because, one, there's no shows happening at the Bayside Amphitheater currently, but that is most likely where the Viva la Musica concerts are going to be held, because that and the summer concert series are always held in the amphitheater. Most likely they'll also probably bring back the Pirate and Mermaid show during the summer as well too. And now that the front entrance is done, this is really the only spot where there's some major construction happening, and that is of where Tidal Twister and the tide pools used to be. So Tidal Twister has been completely removed. That ride is officially RIP. But they also completely demolished the tide pool and the aquarium that was back over here. Still no announcement as to what is going to actually be put in here when they're done with the construction. Just something that says new and exciting improvements. The inside look, Mardi Gras, and currently the Seven Seas Food Festival, which is final weekend. Viva la Musica is going to be happening with the Summer Spectacular in May. Then really nothing until the end of summer when we get into September for Halloween Spooktacular, as well as the scary version of Hallow Scream, which I'll be there again this year most likely. A short weekend during Veterans Weekend for Red, White, and Blue. Usually military members and their family get in for free. And then SeaWorld Christmas Celebration, which runs usually mid-late November throughout Christmas until the turn of the new year. Also over here, let's take a look at the Shipwreck Rapids wait time. Currently, it says 2 hours, but you see one, this is a physical sign that they need to change the time on, and I'm already looking at the queue. 2 hours would be all the way out here. So I'm already calling shenanigans. We're gonna walk through and see what it really looks like. It is not even 45 minutes because the line starts right here, and all you have is a couple switchbacks, go up the stairs, down and onto the platform where you load onto the rafts, and that's it. So I'm gonna honestly say about 25 minutes at the most there. It's been like this for a few months now, but the Shipwreck Reef Cafe recently reopened, one with a revamped menu, including still a lot of the same barbecue ribs, cheeseburgers, but now they also have these flatbread pizzas, healthier options like salmon and grilled chicken. But the main thing that has changed is how you actually get the food, because it used to be like a buffet style where there would be a buffet over here to the left, or one of those like lunch lines to the right and then one to the left over here. But now you can do a mobile order pickup or order straight from here, and then you go to the windows to pick up your items. So let's see how long the wait is right now. Okay, walking up on the sign here, it looks like it's at a 45-minute. But let's walk back to where the queue is, because that will give us an even better judgment of how the queue really is looking. Past the bridge, there's the families right there. If you look past it, there's some family right over there. So realistically speaking, I'm probably going to go closer to about a 20 to maybe 25-minute wait. Now they do have two. So they do have 2 trains going at this moment, but historically speaking, at least in my experiences, SeaWorld doesn't really load these coasters really quickly. Here, let's just take a look at the front entrance, which of course acts as your exit going out. It does look a little bit better lit up. I mean, you can see they put some lighting effects there. Kind of looks like kelp on the rock. The lighting up at the top definitely has a little bit of a wave underwater vibe to it. Some blue underneath that little wood, you know, the paneling underneath as well too. So it does definitely look at least slightly better at night, that's for sure. Looks like pretty much rows 9 through 16 of the guest services section is boarded up. Don't know exactly what's going on. 1 through 8 are still how they are normally. So maybe they're also doing the guest services as well too. They're changing that up, or maybe they're removing it and, you know, putting more of the front entrance, opening it up a little bit more. Don't know 100% sure what's going on, but. And with that, we're gonna call it a day here at SeaWorld San Diego. Had a great time. Hope you did as well too. Please, if you're new to the channel, do me a huge favor. 1, like this video. 2, subscribe. 3, hit the notification bell. Also, make sure to follow me on social media at BigRedJourneys on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for even more updates and content heading your way, including some possible giveaways in the future that you can enter. And of course, from me to you, thank you, and then I'll see you on the next journey. Bye-bye.